According to the APA Dictionary of Psychology, emotion is defined as a complex reaction pattern involving experiential, behavioral, and physiological elements by which an individual attempts to deal with a personally significant matter or event. This first book that I'm reading is called Emotional Self-Care for Black Women, and this is the author. She says, discover how to raise your self-esteem, eliminate negative thinking, and heal from past traumas, even if your life is chaotic right now. And my life be chaotic sometimes, really a lot of times, in my opinion. This book right here, I mostly read when I am on my cycle every month. Instead of talking, I just read this and it pretty much applies to me. And instead of like going off on everybody, I just read a couple pages out of here, remember to eat, that's when I drink my water, and that gets me through. So that's why it's taking me like a minute to read it. But she has some gems up in here. I'm gonna give you my main takeaway from this. I already knew that emotion meant energy in motion, but this really taught me like something can happen to you and then you will feel that emotion for however long it takes you to process it. What I get from that is like, say I wake up and I get on my phone and I see something I don't like. Now I'm sad. The event of me seeing something I didn't like and that making me feel any type of way, whatever I felt, that is the emotion. It just helps me sort out my actions and thoughts when I'm on my cycle very well. And of course that, no pun intended, but that bleeds into other areas of my life as well. Second book we have on the books that I am reading is The 4 Agreements, a Toltec wisdom book by Don Miguel Ruiz, and that's his little picture right there. This book right here may be like one of the best self-help books I've ever read. This makes me like desire to read the Bible more. So he basically says that there are 4 agreements, but first of all, his main point on this is saying that we were born and socialized into the planet's dream. And society has a dream for itself, but then we also have our personal dreams that is the blueprint of our lives and our goals, what we want, our desires, who we want to be, how we want to be, who we want to be around. That's our dream. Okay? And his 4 agreements are, I'm gonna just give them to you right here just in case you don't have the book. It says, be impeccable with your word, speak with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. I thought be impeccable with your word just meant stick to your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Follow through on your commitments, basically, and your promises. But what the author, what he's saying is impeccable means without sin in Latin, okay? You don't want to use your word to commit sins against yourself at the end of the day. Others too, but he said that when you commit sins against others, you're really hurting yourself, because if you do something to make them hate you, them hating you is not good for you at the end of the day. So do you see what I'm saying here? And then he just says like speak love instead of hate. Don't promote like dark magic. You want to promote white magic and speak the truth instead of lies, gossip, and poison and stuff like that. Like, don't do anything to ruin your day first, and secondly, don't do anything to ruin anybody else's day. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Subscribe to the channel. Anyways, second agreement is don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. I am in that chapter right now, so I'm not gonna talk about things that I don't know yet. So like I said, halfway through that book, and I'm in the second quarter of this book. He has don't make assumptions and always do your best. I'm not gonna spoil the whole book, but this is just my mini book review, you know, for the Elena Marie show. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you watch Aaliyah Simone on YouTube, she's an amazing YouTuber. She recommended this book in one of her vlogs, and like I immediately picked it up off Amazon before the video even ended, because I'm like, she is just so cool to me, like such a vibe. Her and Aslia Williams, like Azzy Williams, those two are just so cool to me. So when she dropped this book in her video, I'm like, I'd be bored and I want to start reading again. But I'm like halfway through this book, and you can pause that and read that if you want to. But basically it's about a Cuban woman who is in Hollywood. She's like a movie star, and she does what she needs to do to stay at the top. Whether that's like morally permissible or not, that's like up to her. But it's just like juicy and interesting, like Grey's Anatomy of Hollywood, if that makes sense. And I like the like perspective that the book is coming from. Like first it's in the perspective of this girl named Monique has to write basically a life story on Evelyn Hugo, and then at some point when she goes to meet up with Evelyn Hugo, it turns into the perspective of Evelyn Hugo, and she's telling her story. And it's like, it's just like a edge of your seat, like, ooh, like what happens next and then what, like scandalous. No, I said it was like Grey's Anatomy. It's really like Bridgerton. Bridgerton is my show. Bridgerton, and then like the other show, like The Queen of Charlotte, it's like Lady Whistledown type of like vibes. Then The Atomic Habits, he talks about falling in love with your systems and your habits build up to your goals. So if you have goals, you have to break that down into smaller habits that you love how you do them, and then like once you get that down packed, just add like something small, hence the title name Atomic Habits. Like if I want my hair to be always done, I have to first like learn how to do a retwist or find a style like this that will keep my hair always done. And now like the habit of having my hair always done is like easier than getting up and doing it every day. You feel me? Or like I wanted long hair, and so like if I lock my hair, I'll get that long hair because like it grows atomically every day. Another example would be like getting better at YouTube. I have to do like small things every single day, like look up how to make thumbnails that day, okay, how to add chapters, okay, how to add timestamps, how to do transitions, how to make titles, how to make topics that people care about, how to stop using a fake YouTube voice. Do small things every day to improve, and you'll have it. Like if you want to eat better, start by incorporating one vegetable and one fruit in your diet every single day, okay? A week later, add another vegetable and another fruit, or every week learn how to make one new healthy dish, so that at the end of the year you know how to make like 52 healthy dishes. So like, you know, just do things small, stack them up, fall in love with how you do things, make your routines, but instead of having to write them down, like remember them, make them things that you genuinely like to do.